Hi everyone, welcome to our first at-home art lesson. Today I'm going to show you how to make a lava lamp at home. I chose a lava lamp because it's a fun project and hopefully you have a lot of the things that you need at home already, so you don't have to go to the store or get anything extra. The things that you're going to need for this project are a glass container. I have a tomato sauce container, a jelly container, and then if you don't have any of those, you can just use a regular water glass. You're also going to need some type of oil, so I have vegetable oil right here. You're going to need some water and Alka-Seltzer tablets, or if you don't have Alka-Seltzer tablets, you can use some salt. And then for a little bit more fun, you can also use food coloring. So before we start, I wanted to show you how I have my station set up so you can do something similar at home to help with not making a huge mess. So I have a paper bag that I cut up and laid out flat, and then on top of that I have a plastic placemat. So in case anything spills, we're good to go and we can clean it up really easily. I'm gonna do 3 different ones to show you the different ways of doing them with different materials, but you guys can pick one way at home and go with that. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are going to fill up our containers 1/3 of the way with water. So open all your containers up, and then you can kind of eyeball this. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'm just gonna fill a little bit up with water. That's good. All right, so I'm just filling them up a little bit of the way with water, 1/3 of the way. And then the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my oil. So we have 1/3 of water, so we need the rest of it to be filled up with the oil. It doesn't have to go all the way to the top. It can fill up however much you want it to go. So we are gonna pour the oil in, and you can see the oil is going to float on top of the water, which is a pretty cool thing. So I'm going to keep filling them all up so we can see them. Okay. After your container is all filled up, I'm going to move this down a little. You should have your 3 jars, or your 1 jar that has the oil on the top and then your water on the bottom. After you've done that, you're going to get your food coloring. You can pick whatever color food coloring you want. I'll do a different color. I'm going to leave one of them without food coloring in case you don't have food coloring at home and you want to see that. So we'll leave this one plain. We'll put red food coloring in that, and let's do green in this one. Okay, so since the food coloring is water based, so it's made mostly with water, it goes right down to the bottom where the rest of the water is. After we've done our food coloring, it's time for the Alka-Seltzer or the salt. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one little packet of Alka-Seltzer out and open it up, and then we will drop that right into our jar with our food coloring and our oil, and then we'll see what happens. So let's see. So you might have to wait a few seconds for the Alka-Seltzer to start fizzing up, but once it does, what you're gonna get is all of these cool bubbles forming in your container and all the food coloring going from the top to the bottom. So that's what that's gonna look like. If you wanna make it kind of extra exciting, you can put a little flashlight on the bottom and it will light it up. Let me see if I can do that with my phone. So it'll make it kind of look even more like a real lava lamp. All right, the next one that we're gonna do, I'm gonna put that off to the side. The next one we are gonna do is I'm gonna add salt to this one, and we will see what that does. It's not gonna be quite as exciting as the Alka-Seltzer, but we're creating some bubbles in there too. And so you can see that those bubbles are still floating to the top. All right, so with the salt one, you can see there's some tinier bubbles that are floating to the top, but not quite as many bubbles as the other one. The more salt you add, the more you're gonna get those bubbles coming to the top and floating down from the bottom. So a little bit different with the salt that you can do with the one that you added salt to make it a little bit more exciting is if you put the lid on and make sure it's really tight and you kind of give it a few shakes back and forth, you're gonna get a lot of really cool bubbles happening in there. So that one's a fun one to kind of mix up and see what happens with. And then for the last one, I'm gonna add an Alka-Seltzer tablet just right to the one that we didn't put any food coloring in, so we can see kind of what that will do. So you're still getting a lot of really cool bubbles with this one. A little bit, you can't see them quite as well as you can with the food coloring, but it's still doing some pretty cool things. And you can put a light under that one too to make it look really awesome. All right, so that was our at-home lava lamp project. I hope you guys have fun when you make your lava lamps. Send me pictures of them, please, so I can post them on our Instagram, and then I can put some on Class Dojo too, so we can all look at them. If you don't have any of these supplies at home, something that you can do is a drawing of a lava lamp, so you can kind of draw your dream lava lamp, pick whatever colors you would add to it. You can even make the bubbles in the lava lamps into cool kind of shapes and pictures. So that would be a cool thing to be able to make also. I hope you guys are having fun at home. I miss you.